For our final installment of the regional breakdowns of the men's tournaments bracket, we're going to be talking about the Southwest region. I'm Connor Gregoire, sports editor of the Hoya, back with Parimal Garg and Dave Finn. Guys, in the Southwest, you've got Kansas as the number 1, Notre Dame as the number 2. Who do you see as your top 2 contenders in this region?
Well, I see those two teams. Kansas, they're just extremely balanced. They have those Morris twins inside. They're extremely efficient. They're extremely strong. Kansas, I think, is the best team in the nation. And then you have Notre Dame, who keeps on winning. And their offense is just deadly efficient. Ben Hansbrough, Tim Aberminis leading the charge there, making threes. They have just enough inside to have a balanced attack. I like Notre Dame. I like Kansas.
Parimal, you have Kansas out second round, right?
Yeah, I'm not sold on Kansas. The Morris twins are very solid inside, but on the perimeter, they've had a lot of questions. Tyshawn Taylor has had an up-and-down year. Josh Selby has been in and out of the rotation. Bill Self doesn't really have too many guys on the perimeter who he can rely on to handle the ball and make tough shots in crunch time, and that's what doomed them last year against Northern Iowa. I see the same thing happening here.
And you've got UNLV in that game?
Yeah, I think UNLV, they've played a very tough schedule in the Mountain West. They've played multiple games against both BYU and San Diego State. They're an up-tempo team. I think they can really take the Morris twins out of the game and potentially knock off Kansas.
What's your Elite 8 matchup in your Final 14 for this bracket?
I have Louisville and Notre Dame playing each other in the Elite 8. All Big East matchup there. I think both teams are very tough. They're both experienced teams. They're gritty. They play consistent basketball. I think it's going to be a great game. I have Notre Dame, but I think that'll be a toss-up.
And I've got to ask you, since this is Georgetown's region, how far do you see them going, Parimal?
Well, I have Georgetown going to the Sweet 16. I think the 6-11 game in this region is very winnable for Georgetown because they'll be playing either USC or VCU. Neither team is all that great. Neither team, really, a lot of people thought was even going to make it into the field. So if they beat that, they got their second-round game against Purdue. Purdue is a good team, but they rely very heavily on 2 players, Jawan Johnson, Etuan Moore. One of those guys is an off game, and Georgetown is a very good shot.
Dave, I'm going to ask you your biggest possible first-round upset in the Southwest.
I see Richmond. I think Richmond's very underseeded. They played in the Atlantic 10. They won the Atlantic 10 tournament. They should be somewhere around a 9 or a 10, I think. They're at 12, getting a week 5 in Vanderbilt. And then you play a Louisville team that I'm just still not impressed with. I know they win games and they made it to the Big East final. But I think Richmond gets past Louisville, gets to the Sweet 16, and I have them going out to Kansas. Parimal obviously doesn't have Kansas that far.